Disturbing story. No jail time for a Republican Party aide involved in a drunken hit-and-run death. A Travis County jury on Friday recommended 10 years probation for Gabrielle Nestande for criminally negligent homicide in the death of Courtney Griffin. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Nestande. Nestande works in a powerful circle of Texas Republican politics. Her father's pedigree is well known. Her father was a special assistant to then Governor Ronald Reagan in the 70s, chairman of the state Republican Party from 72 to 73. Elected to the state assembly out of Orange County in 74, remained in the lower house through 1980, Orange County supervisor until 87, chaired the California Transportation Commission in 1994, Michael Huffington's unsuccessful campaign for the U.S. Senate. His son, by another mother, Brian Nestande, is currently a state assemblyman out of the Palm Desert area. Why does this matter? A lot of people saying that this light sentence has to be the result of favors and political favoritism and kind of cronyism. The jury deliberated 21 hours for 3 days before finding Nestande guilty of criminally negligent homicide. Jurors found her not guilty of failure to stop and render aid in the case, in which prosecutors said Nestande struck and killed Griffin with her car on a Tarrytown street in West Austin after a night of drinking and then fled the scene. Nestande also was charged with intoxication manslaughter and manslaughter, which would have carried heavier potential sentences. Nestande could have received up to 10 years in prison, but instead got a suspended sentence and 10 years probation. Formal sentencing has not yet happened. Presumably the judge, who is Karen Sage, could put additional conditions on this, could say jail time needs to happen. It wouldn't be too common that the judge decides to do that in this case. What do you guys think about this? Putting aside the political connections, is this sentence too light? And further, is there any way to really prove why the sentence was this way?
Well, we don't really have any information here on the case. I mean, did she even know that she hit someone?
She was driving drunk.
I know, but still, I mean, if you didn't even realize you hit a person
and you leave.
But
if the reason you didn't realize it is because you're drunk, it's not an excuse.
I know. I'm just saying. I mean, I think I'm just trying to figure out what the jury might be thinking.
The family of the victim was very upset, understandably. And when they were asked what message does a 10-year probation sentence send to the community, they said, everybody just go out tonight, drink, get behind the wheel, drive through neighborhoods and hit innocent people. Does this send that message, Natan?
It's hard to see how it doesn't. I mean, certainly no one's going to choose to do this. It's difficult to imagine that someone would actually voluntarily drink and drive and try to hit innocent people. At the same time, this is saying that, you're basically not really liable in any meaningful way in terms of the punishment.
Right. I mean, that even if there are circumstances here beyond what we're discussing, does it not send that message that you can do this and basically get away?
Yeah, I think in general, the drinking and driving laws all over this country are sending the wrong message. They are not strict enough by any stretch.
Really?
Yeah.
And by that, do you mean too many strikes before you lose your license for life or jail time?
Yeah, you are allowed way too much leeway.
I agree.
In the system.
On today's bonus show, Lewis will actually spit on his keyboard, but that aside, we'll also talk about some new studies about the effect of lack of sleep on genetics. Also, a professor caught watching porn on a projector right after class forgot to disconnect a few things, Lewis. We'll talk about that. And we'll also talk about a felony charge for releasing balloons into the air. Does this make sense in our legal system? DavidPakman.com/membership. Please sign up for membership. You'll get the bonus show and a bunch of other great stuff. And we'll be back after this.
The David Pakman Show at DavidPakman.com.